Hey, my Taurus babies, what's happening? Happy New Year. And welcome to the first reading of 2022 by Taurota Tarot. Hey, hope everybody had a good and safe weekend. I'm drinking coffee from the gas station, which you won't. At any rate, I hope everybody had a good and safe holiday weekend, both weekends actually, if you're here in the United States. Everybody else, I hope you're doing well, being safe. This is going to be for Taurus and Scorpio. Who the hell knew? Yeah, I'm back to doing my little pair combinations and stuff. Before I flip cards. Some of you are... Well, okay, so this reading has feet going 50 different directions. Some of you are in Scorpio Taurus relationships and they've been around for a minute. So we're going to put that group over here. Some of you are entering a relationship with a Scorpio. This is new. We're going to put that group over there. Some of you have been playing around with the idea of getting involved with each other and you haven't really committed to anything yet. But by the feel of it, Taurus, you're leaning towards doing so. Whatever this Scorpio is doing or bringing to your life, or however they're making you feel, blah, blah, blah. 3 of Cups, the Strength card, and the 8 of Cups. Big cards. 5 of Pentacles, which represents worry in this deck. The 5 of Strife, which is the 5 of Wands. A lot of angry action or passionate action, not necessarily angry, and 10 of Swords, ruin. And that 10 of Swords in this deck reminds me of the Death card. So there's a change coming. Let's deal with these damn cups. 3 of Cups, celebration, get together, blah, blah. But also, depending on where you are, this could represent some type of emotional infidelity, whether it's you or the Scorpio. Not necessarily physical, but almost want to say getting to know. So one of you, or maybe both of you, are in situations that are ending, or that you're just done with. They've been toxic, whatever, may have been karmic, and you still got to deal with those people, but you're getting emotionally involved with your Scorpio. The Strength card is telling me that this is not going to be easy to get into or get out of, for that matter. Mental strength is what's coming to mind here. You really got to use your cabeza and think about what you're doing. It's not saying not to do something, but it's saying to be strategic in doing it. However that's resonating, because that's got feet going every different which way. Mental discipline. That's what that Strength card is really yelling at me right now. The 8 of Cups, like I said, some of you are moving on from other situations. Your Scorpio may be doing the same. And it's almost like I want to say, if we had another 8 of Cups over here, there would be another person walking another path. And if this 8 of Cups is really talking about emotionally blending your shit together, coming off of your individual path and merging, which then would be a different card. But at any rate, that's the energy here. And you're literally walking away from, so it feels like some of you are walking away from other situations that just, they did nothing for you. Or you were giving more than you were getting. However you want to put it. That's where that energy is coming from. The ruin is what's talking loudest up here. Understanding that something has to be, there's got to be some kind of tower moment, some kind of epiphany, some kind of something for this union to happen. for most of you that, especially if this is a new hookup or one that you're thinking about getting into, there's got to be some walking away from something and literally destroying whatever that other thing was, whether it was good for you, bad for you, whatever, to get into this union. Now, you know, that's a double-edged sword. It's 10 of swords. And it cuts both ways. So, you know, while it may feel like you're walking away from a situation and you're doing this to get away from the other situation, if you were, but getting into a new situation, not that easy. Not that easy, because your other person may be doing the same thing. There's that double-edged sword. So you kind of, again, strategically, mental discipline, I hate to say it, but yeah, that's for a romantic relationship. Yeah, you're going to have some mental discipline about what's going on. You're not going to be able to jump to conclusions, none of that. If you do, you're bringing about a lot of excess, unnecessary feelings into something that's not necessary. You already know if you're coming out of a situation and getting into a situation, there's going to be some times where other person's not going to show up. Y'all hear me. Y'all know exactly what the hell I'm saying. Phone calls are going to be missed. Dates are going to be missed. It doesn't mean the relationship is not going forward. Get that part twisted. But there may be delays. And if you overthink or you act impulsively, you're going to fuck it up and you're going to cause yourself a whole lot of unnecessary bullshit that you don't need. Quite obviously, Taurus, you're worried. You like the person, whatever, but you're not 100% sure that this is what you want to do. For Taurus, Scorpio relationships that have been around for a minute, there may be some financial worries because you're trying to do a lot. And you may be trying to do a lot too fast. That part right there. So that's something for everybody to think about. It's a lot of active energy with this Taurus Scorpio. I mean, I'm ready to go. I was ready to go right now. So let's get the cards on the board. I'm sorry, I have my hand all in the way. Okay, I'm sorry, I had to adjust the phone. Taurus and Scorpio for January 2020. Let's see what we got going on here. Up one more time. Gonna fall out first. The Star card and the Gourmet Chef. Okay, now. Once again, fell on the floor. The Game Master, Knight of Swords. What'd I tell you? Okay, so the Gourmet Chef. So y'all know, to make that fancy looking shit take fucking forever. Because you got to put yeast in the refrigerator. You got to let something chill for 4 hours. Then you got to take it out, mix it up again, some other bullshit. So you already know this is going to be a strong relationship once you get into it. But you got to do the work. Damn. The Star card on the front end is telling me nothing but this is hopes, wishes, and dreams coming true. But you got to have an actual angel fly her ass down here to get it going. Because it's not an easy relationship. Hangman, the Moon, Public Defender, Queen of Cups. Come on, y'all. You got two queens on the board. What you saying? So the Three of Pentacles and the Princess of Pentacles. Okay. This shit's on and popping. What I tell you? What did I tell you? Okay, so let me say this. For Taurus, and maybe if you're cross-watching for Scorpio, you too, this is the relationship pretty much you've been waiting on. I don't know how else to put it. Now, you know things that are worth having take some damn work. I'm just going to put it out there where the fuck it is. Oh, no, that's too many. Nine of Swords, top of the Queen of Wands. Those of you that are dealing with, and this boat floats either way, a Taurus or a Scorpio that's getting divorced, it's going to cause you some up nights, some worry nights, we'll call them. Yes, there, 10 of Pentacles. You go from the 3 to the 10. That means it's in. This is not going to be one of them situations that because there's work involved, it's going to take you 10 years to get going. No, sorry. I'm going to say for many of you, by the end of this year, it's a done deal. And some of you may be getting married. By the time we get to this time next year, you might be married or planning a marriage, wedding type thing. I'm just saying. Your overall energy, the Star. On the front end with the King of Swords. And on the back end, the Gourmet Chef with the 6 of Cups. The Gourmet Chef is actually the Knight of Pentacles. Like I said, it takes work. And this is, which is good that it popped up here in the back end of your overall energy, because this is the energy that's really holding you down. So right now, you're doing the prep work. You're doing it. 6 of Cups. And I'm not looking at the picture so much as I'm picking up the energy of the number 6. It's harmony. Bringing these two things together. And Taurus, it might be you doing some of the heavy lifting at this point. Because you're Scorpio, male or female, gender doesn't matter. But your Scorpio just may be going through it and not necessarily of their own choosing. If they're with a baby mama or baby daddy or somebody they're married to or whatever, walking away is not going to be some clean-cut issue like, hey, how you doing, bye? No, not going to happen like that. And it feels like any resistance coming from a previous breakup is going to be, oh, you can't live without me. And you shouldn't go do what and blah. And da-da-da. Not angry, but it's manipulative energy that's causing all this excess in the background. So just know that. It's not, the anger is not quite so clear. The person that may be getting walked away from may have realized too late what's going on. And now they're trying to scramble and clean up, because I feel like both of you, because Taurus and Scorpio don't take relationships lightly when they get in them. Now, everybody can sit there and say, every Scorpio I know is a player. Every Taurus I know is a player. Okay, well, yeah, that might be the ones you know. But, of course, everybody want to talk now that I'm trying to do a damn reading. Anyway, and that kind of shit. I take everything that goes on in the reading seriously. So interruptions. The person being walked away from may feel like this is just a little blip on the screen, but your Scorpio is dead serious. And as I'm saying, Taurus and Scorpio do not take their relationships lightly once they get into them, because it takes them so much to get into a relationship mentally that once they get in it, they're serious. But when they walk away, here's the tricky part. When Scorpio or Taurus, either one, get ready to walk away from a relationship, I don't give a damn what you do. When they're done, when they're mentally done with the situation, fuck it. Game over. Don't even think about nothing. They're done. You can beg, plead, pay some money, and do some more shit. They're done. So that's the kind of energy you're working with here. Those of you that are in long-standing Taurus Scorpio relationships, and I'm saying long-standing longer than a year, there are going to be some shakeups. Not so much between you and Scorpio, but changes. maybe kids that are getting ready to go to high school or coming out of grade school, getting ready to go to junior high or middle school or whatever they're calling it now. But there's a significant group of changes going on around you that are going to affect the dynamics of your relationship with your Scorpio. So be mindful of that. The King of Swords, mastering that mental energy and knowing this is what you're aiming for. As long as you keep your fucking wits about you mentally. And the King, I don't necessarily like him in this deck because he look a bit too chill. I like the vice versa, where the King is literally standing up, sword in hand, like, I kick your ass, try some shit. Because that's the energy I feel here. But to me, it's represented kind of in a funky way with the King in the blue suit. And it's very definitely Arctic energy that you're going to need to have in order to get through this process, Taurus. I know some of you can get a bit emotional and see that red flag and be ready to run through the china shop. This year, you're going to have to watch that, especially if you're dealing with a Scorpio. You're going to have to watch the bull in the china shop activity. There will be a time. Don't think you're going to have all this pent up, I want to run through the china shop because they piss me off energy. You're going to have to sit on it all year. No, I'm not saying that. But our natural reaction is to do that. And what the universe is asking you to do right now is think about it before you do it. With some cold, hard, not none of that warm, fuzzy bullshit, facts. Just saying. So if you want to act on the fact that you think maybe your Scorpio is going to revert and go back to the other person, you better have some hard, cold facts on that shit before you act on it. That's just an example. It's just an example. Just throwing that out there. It's the energy that's here right now. The Nine of Swords on top of the Public Defender is just what I'm saying. It's going to be, you may have to play Public Defender on some part. Your Scorpio may be legally, one or both of you may actually be getting a divorce and got to deal with the energy of lawyers, which is not regular energy, because they're trying to get paid and do something, and you're trying to pay them to do something, and at the end of the day, all they're trying to do is get paid, period. So this may have you up at night, and you may not be worried about yourself so much as you are worried about your partner, future mate, going through whatever it is they're going through. If you're already a couple, you may have some legal wranglings with your home or house. So just kind of pay attention. Maybe something that was missed in years past, or maybe something you bought a house last year and now you're just seeing the damn bathroom leaks every time it rains. That kind of energy. So keep your wits about you. If you're already in a Taurus Scorpio relationship, just keep your eye on your home. The Six of Wands on top of the Moon, that's progress for sure, and success in sight. But the Moon, there may be some things that need to be kept quiet. I'm not feeling secret energy so much as I'm feeling there may be, if you're going to do this, you may have to wait before you actually jump out there and get on Facebook with pictures at the beach and at the picnic or whatever. You may have to wait. This is not going to be, and I think I said that at the beginning, this is not, the celebration, yeah, success, you're on your way to it, but you may not be able to just jump your ass right out in the light of day and be like, hey, me and Joe are dating. Yeah, okay. And it might not even be, you may be straight up, let me tap into this energy, because it feels like some of you are going to be like, oh, people must be cheating or doing something. No. But if you're in a sticky situation where you've left your former spouse, but the paperwork is not done, divorce is not finalized, wherever you are in that process, maybe you just filed the paperwork a month ago or 2 months ago. And depending on what you're splitting up between the two of you, that process takes time. And sometimes you cannot jump your ass out and be like, hey, we're dating in the middle of all of that. Everybody already knows what the deal is, but sometimes timing, there's that part right there. plays a part in this. So be mindful of that energy. And it's not saying that anybody's cheating or whatever. If the situation is done, it's done. Particularly if you've got attorneys involved already. You know, people are not wasting money like that. So just be mindful of who you're talking to about your personal situation. Only one person riding that damn horse. You ain't got to tell everybody. I'm just saying. King of Pentacles on top of the Hangman. Bringing together two different belief systems is what I'm getting here, particularly about finances. And now this is for everybody, Taurus and Scorpio, whether together, getting together, not together, whatever. You're going to have to work on bringing your ways of thinking about your finances. This is a king, and your resources, because Taurus is on one thing and Scorpio is on another. Remember, those two zodiac signs sit opposite each other in the sky. So it's not like, now because they sit opposites, they say opposites attract. What the hell? Whatever. Whatever the attraction is between the two of you, as you start trying to build this foundation, there may be some conversations about money. And that's the King of Pentacles and the Hangman. So you got a major and a big minor. That's big energy. So take the time to have those conversations about money. It'll be worth it in the long run. It doesn't mean there's going to be fighting and a whole lot of crazy shit. It's just going to require that both of you are flexible in your thinking, and that you've got the structure for your money. I know that sounds hokey and shit, but it's the truth. That's going to work for both of you. The Page of Wands on top of the Queen of Cups, or the therapist. Talking to Taurus now. Your Scorpio is going to want to dig deep about how you feel. And that the pages here, we're talking very beginning, the start of. And they're not going to hesitate. Taurus, Scorpio is not going to be flipping around waiting on you to start opening up about how you feel. So, and I know that's new for a lot of Tauruses. Blame Uranus being in our sign, whatever. But Taurus, you need to open it up. You need to start at the beginning. This is why I do this. This is why I feel this way. This is what has happened in the past. And this is what I've healed myself from, or I think I've healed myself from. Scorpio needs to know all of that. I know y'all like, what? Just do, yeah. And the feeling behind it is, doesn't really matter that I had to say it or that the cards flipped that way. I think Taurus cares enough about this particular Scorpio to want to tell it. Start at the beginning. That's my advice. Start at the damn beginning. With the Three of Pentacles on top of the Ten of Pentacles, y'all keep working at this shit, you're going to end up with the damn tower. And I don't mean the tower in a bad way. I mean a tower, a Taurus Scorpio tower, right up in the air. Be mindful of the building blocks that you use for this relationship, Taurus. I'm throwing that out there anyway. Just be mindful of what you're using. Taurus is an earth sign. Scorpio is a water sign. So your foundations are a little different. So Taurus, say that to you. Be mindful of the building blocks that you're using and how you're using them. However that resonates. At the end of all of this, the Princess of Pentacles, or the kindergarten teacher, and the Eight of Wands, once again, same energy, just said a little differently. Starting at the beginning, lots of communication between the two of you. Lots, and lots. Face-to-face and media. You're challenging all of that. The Knight of Swords, the Game Master in this deck. That's what I've been saying. You got to be strategic in how you're dealing with this. This is your challenge for the month of January. And you're going to have to take some risk while you're trying to think of every angle you can, but you're still going to have to take some risk. I think Taurus and Scorpio as a couple is, or feels like a risk to those two because they are opposite signs. But I dare say there's a lot of romantic love here. This is not somebody that's infatuated or just Show love. This is not somebody that's just infatuated with you, Taurus. I'm going to say that. And Scorpio, Taurus might not be doing a whole lot of chitter-chattering, but they dead serious about this shit, so don't play. Show or seek guidance. Show love and seek guidance. Have it your way. Take a break. A long one. Get some sun. That part. Take a break. Mental swords is coming up here again. You may have to put your brain on shutdown. I don't know who I'm talking to now, Scorpio or Taurus. You may have to just put your brain on shutdown and take a break. Take a long weekend and just give your brain a break. Because there's a lot of thinking. There's a lot of air energy on the board. So there's a lot of thinking going on here. And at some point, you may have to take a break. Not saying that the two of you aren't coming together or that this is, some kind of holdup, but you may need to just, because things will happen so fast, you may need to just take a step back and go, wait a minute, let me count up all the pieces first. Hold on. Not a bad thing. Taurus is green. So I know this is about you. Have it your way. There's no reason this situation should be lopsided, where you feel like you're giving more than Scorpio's giving to you. Make sure that you get the things that you need to get out of this relationship. Emotionally, spiritually, that whole kit and caboodle. Don't be settling for no half-ass full cup. I'm just saying. Talk to somebody. If you need to, if you've got friends that are common between the two of you, get some insight. Because again, this is going to move kind of quick. This ain't no slow moving Knight of Pentacles. That didn't even show up on the board. So this is energy that's moving. And it's moving at a rapid pace. So you may, again, same energy. You may need to step back and ask some questions. Well, am I doing this right? Did I say this right? Because you got two signs. One of which Taurus is very blunt and out in the open with their shit because they want to keep moving. That's earth energy. Scorpio, on the other hand, yeah, they want to talk and get in depth and dig into your emotions, and this may be a little uncomfortable for Taurus, particularly. So you may need to seek some guidance at some point. It doesn't have to be professional. We just say that, but it may be something as simple as talking to somebody's mom. Getting insight, not to be picking and nosy and shit, but to get some insight. Taurus, I'm saying this to you. Show some love. Sometimes we get so caught up in our own little shit about grinding and working and moving and doing what we do. We just assume that people know how deep the well is in our heart, and they don't. They don't. A lot of times people just don't know unless you show it to them. So take this as a tip. Show some love. Show some love. My bull babies and my Scorpio babies, I love you. I will see you soon. Happy New Year. Bye-bye.